Okay, if you can remember the last time I was in this roof, I showed you we have got 2 isolators here and 2 geysers. They are not marked or labeled to show or to indicate which geyser is supplied by what distribution board. So our next step is now to determine where this geyser is getting power from, or which geyser is the geyser for our installation that we are working with. And the simplest way I'm going to do that, I'm going to show you now, is we're going to open the isolators and test for power. The one that has power is the one for the one at the bottom, and if both of them doesn't have power, it means the one at the bottom is switched off. Then I can just switch on the power on the one on my distribution board, and then if I have power, then that's the one for this distribution board. And quite simple to know is to switch off the isolators and then test switch off both isolators and then test the amps on the one that switches on for the geyser. Okay, firstly I'm going to open both isolators. You see the isolators are quite loose, so I would like to install screws on them as well to keep them in place, but we need to gland this as well. This side you have to gland it at the geyser. Always keep your screws together. Johnny says he's seeing everything properly. Very nice. We can see what we are doing. If you don't agree with what I'm doing, leave a comment. Look at this isolator on the inside. You have to push the cable through. Look how short they made the tails there. So I would like to extend that if we are on the right isolator. Let's quickly test. This would probably be the input. So now let's get the voltage meter out. Testing voltage 220, and this is our supply in. It's dead. There is no live here. If you look at your meter, there's no voltage there. Can you see the voltage on the meter? Okay, I'm going to open the other one as well to be sure we are on the right geyser. Because you can't guarantee the way these things have been wired and who has done what. Oh gosh, almost lost the screw. See how they use the screws at the wrong place. These geysers are singing to me. Now look at this earth connection there. Nice. So now we need to determine whether this is on or off, and if it's off, if both are off, then I need to switch one on and test it. Okay, so let's test it. Is it on or off? Bad news, it's also off. So now I have to go down to my distribution board and switch it back on. Then I'll come and test which one is which. Okay, you can pause that. Okay, Okay, I've just switched on the power. Now let's see what's happening here. Is this our circuit? Nope. Is this our circuit? No. So what's happening here? Okay, I'm gonna go check the ripple relay, and then I'll be back. Ripple relay's been switched on. Let's see whether we've got power. And there we go. We've got power on this isolator. So this is our isolator, and this is the neighbor's isolator, or the bottom person's isolator. You see the voltage there is 0, and the voltage here we have 220. Now interesting, you can also test between earth and live. You will find the voltage the same as between live and neutral. If you find 0 voltage between live and neutral, but you have 230 volts between live and earth, it means your neutral is missing. If you test between your earth and live, or your neutral and live, you still have 0 volt, it means your live is missing. Right, just gonna go switch it off again, and then I'll be back to do. Just test it one last time before you start disassembling, because what we need to do now is we need to sort out the length here, and also we need to sort out the glanding of the cable. So we don't just rely on the termination, as they would call it. Yeah, okay, what I think is what I'll do, I'll fasten it onto this brain ring here to have the slack of this cable still proper, and the slack of this cable still proper. So I'll just fasten it right here. My pliers, untwist here. Remove the male adapters because there's no conduit here, so you can't use male adapters on a flat cable and hope it will secure it in place. So here we go. I'm fastening the suspension box, in this case the industrial isolator. It's just nice to have it secured down so it doesn't move everywhere. There we go, nice and secure. So it lands. Now here comes the fun part. Okay, so you will see every time I do a termination or cleaning out the cable in the front, the tail, I use the size of my hand for the termination. So that when I'm inside the box like this much, I can bring out the isolator here and still work on it. Okay, that's just a thing I do. I'm not saying everybody else must do it, but that's just the method I use. Feed the cable through, gland on. gland nut. Kan jy binne sien? Sien jy daar? Gland nut. So what I'll do now is I will loosen this side again, and then I'll use this side to turn and twist. Turn it there. Twisty twisty. Make sure it's tight. And then put my gland back. Just pull this cable bit back here. Look at the distance I leave there. How do you know your cable is securely glanded? If you pull there and it doesn't pull out. I'm not saying pulling it with all your might. Just give it a little tuck. And there you go. You can do your termination there. I'm going to do the same on... Oh, yes. I'm going to do the same on the other side. See there, from the bottom to the top, cut out the excess outer insulation. So there's two ways. You've just seen the first way I've done it. This is the second way you can install a gland. So just put the gland first. You see I'm twisting it at the, or I'm turning it at the back until it grabs tight. It's very tight now with my, don't forget to put this back part on, the compression part of the compression gland. And again, a little bit out here. Compression gland on. Yeah, it's tight. Give a little tuck and it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, now connect the isolator. Look at your isolator, it's got two parts. You just open the screws here properly. You will see it's got two parts. It's got a line part. Can you see the line part there? And then it's got the load part at the bottom. So your supply goes on the line and your device goes on the load part. Okay, like I said earlier, when you're working on terminating only one conductor, make a loop. So we look at line is here, 1 is your live and 5 would be your neutral. So then 6 at the bottom will be neutral, load will be this part. So let's terminate that. Just want to say thank you to Johnny for being the cameraman today. You see what mess I made there. Go. That's it. Doing the same on top. And now before you switch on, or when you're done, make sure that your line in goes to your load out, your red on red, black on black. You don't want it any other way around. Okay, then the neutral. Okay, where are you going? Okay, now the earthing, You see, now that I've extended the part I opened up, we can easily terminate the earths without any issues of it being too tight. Now what I do is I use my finger to feel here at the back. If this thing pokes me, I know I'm on the spot, and then I know both of the conductors are through. I'm not going to twist these earths together. It's not bad practice. Now you always just tuck everything in. Okay, now let's quickly test the isolator while we're at it, so I can show you how you must test the isolator. So for you to test your isolator if it's working, you put it on your own beeper, put on beeping mode. So I can just find my beeper mode. It's on the wrong setting. Okay, so when you normally test between there and there, it must beep through. So just get it to nothing. See, it's beeping through, it's breaking, it's giving out, it's breaking. You must do the same with the neutral. Of course, single phase installation, you need to be able to break both live and neutral at an isolator. So this isolator is still fine. Okay, now we've put everything nicely back together. Here's my star. Where's the star of the show? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you install a geyser isolator. Look, it's secure there, it can't move around, the cables are secure. The next part what we will do is we will go to the geyser itself. You will see here the geyser, the cable is not landed, but this geyser also have a lot of water leakage. So I have a feeling this geyser is damaged. So what I'll do is I'll do the termination here. You'll see there's no bonding here, so we still need to do bonding. So the next part we will be doing the bonding here and the geyser, the repair site on the geyser itself. Thank you for watching and leave a comment below. Okay, we are going to do the termination inside the geyser connection. Let's see what's happening inside here. There's quite a bit of water down here. I'm not happy with this. This is a problem. So now we have to report to the client and inform the client of our findings. But since this geyser is still working, we need to still do the terminations properly, if we will be able to. This lock nut is turning to the inside. This thing is damaged. So our best bet at this moment is to keep it off, inform the client of our findings, and then we go from there. We will take quite a bit of photos and inform the client this geyser needs to be replaced, as we cannot safely terminate the earth because you can see it's been twisted. And if I'm going to fiddle here, it's going to break off here. Let me show you. See, there's always ways to do things. But if I hold it back and I untie the nut, okay, you see this earth has just been twisted around like 100 times on here. Look there. So they coiled it to be able to terminate it, but it's not a secure connection now. So I don't think I should carry on here. I should just inform the client, listen here, there's a big mess here, and this geyser probably, we can say it burst, so he will probably do an insurance claim on this. What we'll do is we'll do a proper photo of it to send to the client and tell him, listen here, this is what we've discovered, sorry for our discovery. Okay.